Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Maison African Motives. Still working on O-level mathematics. Not wasting much of your time, we shall quickly rush into this particular section, working on geometrical transformations. It's actually one of the major parts that you're supposed to understand in our O-level mathematics. In paper 2, section B there, we might find this also in paper 1 in some cases. Okay, so we have got enlargement, shear, stretch, which are the major part that we are left with. Actually, we managed to cover the first part, working with rotation, shear, rotation, translation, and that was actually reflection. And now we have got the last three. So we've got the first three, and on the first three, I actually describe a lot of things there where I was saying that just a brief thing that we had rotation there. I don't know if this is clear. Okay, reflection, and we also had translation. So these were the three transformations that I just want us to have a recap. That this is going to help us. We actually said these transformations, guys, they are isometries. All right, this is the first thing that you're supposed to take note. They are isometries, meaning to say the object and the image, they are actually congruent to each other. The object and the image, they are actually congruent. Okay, sorry for that, guys. All right, these are congruent to each other. So meaning to say, guys, what we are saying here, the object and the image, they're actually the same in shape, same size. That is what we have. The angles, they are the same. Everything is the same. That is what you're going to take note, and we describe this. So make sure that you watch the video so that you can understand about this. So we are not going to waste much time on this. We are going to move on to enlargement, which is the first part that we are going to focus on. On enlargement, these are the basic part that I want you to take note, that on enlargement, the object now is to be increased, or it can be decreased proportionally. That is you are just by a certain number, that is a scale factor that you're going to use there. That is, the image can be bigger than the object. On that condition, we shall have the scale factor as a what? As a whole number. That is, it can be a 2, and not just a whole number. It's more than 1. Let's just say more than 1, because it's not a whole number. Let's just say more than 1. Okay, more than 1, because it can be 1,5, it can be 2,5, it can be -3,2, it can be a whole number. Okay, so that was it. So not just a whole number, but it is more than 1. Okay, but when it is on a condition that the image now that is smaller than, they need to be a fraction. Okay, when the object is smaller than, when the image is smaller than the object, it shall have a scale factor, which is what? Which is a fraction. So it can be a third, it can be a half, it can be whatever number that you have there, as long it's a fraction. All right, so that's what you're going to have. And also to take note that they are not congruent. Like, well, so what I'm trying to say is that on enlargement, you'll be given a condition like this. Let's say this is your object. Okay, so this can be our image. As you can see, it's now bigger, but the sides, they are going to be increased proportionally. That means if this was 1, 2, and this was 3, it's going to be, maybe you increase by 2. This is going to be 2 times 2 here, that's 4 times 2 here, which is 6. So you are increasing proportionally. Or it can be a condition that this can be your object and this can be your image. As you can see, you can reduce this to this, or you can increase this to this. That is enlargement. So when someone hears enlargement, you always think that the image is going to be bigger. No, it's not about being bigger. The image can also be smaller, but this one is going to be a fractional scale factor. This one is going to have a scale factor which is more than a fraction. That is, can be 1,5, can be 3, and so forth. Okay, so those things I shall explain them as we are moving, but these are the notes that you're supposed to have actually, so that we can understand each other. How to describe an enlargement, you have to state that this is enlargement. You have seen that this is enlargement, so I shall show you also later on how to see that is enlargement, and how to find the center, and also how to find the scale factor. All these I'm going to show you, but you're supposed to know them. And also to find the center, just as for your notes, but I'm going to explain this practically, doing the diagram and everything. So don't worry about that, but this is what you're going to have there. and to find the center and so forth. So I'm going to explain all this. Well, all that I need is for you to have the notes and also to find the scale factor, everything, the notes and so forth. So all you need is to have these notes, and I am going to explain everything. How are these used and how do you apply these formulas and so forth, but just save it for now. All right. And also you need to know what is referred to as the matrix for enlargement. All right, this is the matrix for enlargement where you're given k00k, where someone we can just cook, okay, cook, just like that, cook. So you can just take it, cook, okay, k00k, cook, okay, cook, like that, cook, okay. So you can just take it that way, because guys, this is about exam. No one knows that you obtain this matrix using cook, whatever that you have. So this is cook, okay, for enlargement, where the k there indicates or represent the scale factor. What is the scale factor? That is the one that made the image to be bigger or the image to be smaller. That's your scale factor, which can be a fraction and so forth. So let's say our scale factor is 3. Our matrix is going to be 3, 0, 0, 3. And to take note, provided that the center is 0, 0, that is where this matrix is going to operate. Once the center is not 0, 0, then we are going to do adjustments and everything. We are going to see that later on. Yes, I'm going to show you. Don't worry about that. I'm going to explain everything. So now, these are the typical questions that you can have. The first part is that you're supposed to describe the transformation. So how is this possible? That's the question. Okay. We've got a question that you're given. Draw and label triangle ABC with vertices. These are vertices, okay. Don't mind the way that I write my R. There's like an N is like an I don't know, but that's vertices. Add. You're given the vertices of A, B, so whatever that you're given. Draw and label the image and so forth. So you want to draw these two, then we describe. So that is where you're going to see the enlargement part, as I'll be explaining all these things. Okay, so just quickly rush into our graph book, guys. So this is my graph book. In fact, it's a graph paper, not a graph book, it's a graph paper. Okay, anyways, whatever that you have there, it's a graph paper, it's a graph book. Okay, just whatever. Okay, now let me mark the points that we are given so that it can be easier for us guys to understand this concept. So I'm just going to mark the points. A is -4, -4. Okay, that's our A, -4, -4 somewhere here. So make sure you mark your points properly. Okay, -4 in X, -4. Okay, so you just make sure that you mark these properly, guys. Okay, so that's my A. So I'm just going to write this as A. My B is -2, -4. Okay, -2 in X and -4 here. So that's my B here. Okay, just write aside. Don't write on this point B, just write aside. Okay, then -2, -2 for point C, -2, -2 here. This is my point C. So the question is for me to draw this and label. So to label is to name A, B, C, then to draw. Now you're drawing. Don't just draw and leave it like that. Okay, if you're given to label, sometimes they can just give you a triangle without even writing this is A, B, C. Don't apply your own points to say now this is my point A, this is my point. No, just draw the triangle. Don't name anything, just like that. So that's your triangle A, B, C, and its image we have to draw, then we can describe later on what happened there. So I'm going to show you how you're going to do this. A is 8, 8. That's 8 here. 8, guys, as you can see our graph, we have to adjust here. So this is 8 here versus 8 here. All right, so that's my A1. Okay, then my B1, that's 4, 8. B1, that's 4, 8, which is here. That's my B1. Okay, my C1 is 4, 4. That's my C1, which is 4, 4 somewhere here. That's my C1. Okay, so I have to join the lines so that I can complete this diagram. All right, that's it. Okay, something like this. So this is what I'm having, guys, at the end as the diagram to represent the image. All right, how do I know that this is the image? Okay, I'm going to explain that. Okay, don't worry. But as you can see, you have got your object here, you've got your image. So the question is, this is how you're going to note that this is my image or this is my object, because you'll be given something like this. Describe the single transformation. Take note, it's single here. Take note, guys, single, which means we're talking of one transformation. They are not two, they are not three, just one. You're not going to say it is a rotation, it is a translation, it is a that. Then also there's this type of answering that I see people doing. It is a transformation, guys. we want to know the transformation, then you say it is a transformation. No, you are supposed to state the transformation. And for you to state the transformation, the first thing, okay, this is what I'm having, this is my object, this is my image. So I have to check the object is, just take a closer look. The image is bigger now. It is bigger than the object. So the first thing that you're supposed to take note now is that once it is bigger, then you are going to think of two things. This is what you do. You don't just say it is enlargement. You're going to think of two things here, an enlargement, and also there is another one which is called the two-way stretch. So these are the two transformations that you test to see the answer, but mostly it will be enlargement, because in you see, for two-way stretch, for you to describe two-way stretch, you actually need something like 6 marks or even 8 marks there, but mostly 6 marks for you to describe a two-way stretch. So just imagine them giving you a question with 6 marks. Guys, just think about it. So mostly for two-way stretch, most questions are for you to draw the image, because they know that they can even give you 3 marks, because they will give you a matrix where you just know that matrix times object is equal to image. But for you to describe, mostly think of enlargement. Okay, but anyways, I'm just saying these are some of the exam tips that you must understand also. Yes, it's very, very critical that you have two-way stretch. Okay, anyways, this is how you do it, guys. Okay, you're going to take you have seen that the object is bigger than the image. So now you want to verify, because remember we said enlargement, the sides, they are increased proportionally, that is with same scale factor. So you're going to measure like this. Okay, just take this is your divider. This is the best tool that you can use to prove. Okay, you measure from A to B. Just step here, A to B, with your divider like this. This is my AB on my divider. Okay, so I'm going to the corresponding image, which is A1 B1. This is my A1 B1. Okay, I'm going to put this. Okay, this is 1. Okay, I move it like this. This is 2. So as you can see here, we have got 2 ABs, because this is representing AB, and there are 2 here. Just 1, 2. There are 2. Okay, I move on to BC. Okay, this is my BC here. It's 1 BC here. This is my BC. Okay, I come with it here. I measure from B to C. That is 1 here. Okay, another one is 2. So as you can see, it's been increased 2 times. Okay, I prove again from A to C. I'm going to prove with AC like this. Okay, this is my AC. I come here and step on A. Okay, to this point. This is my AC, which is 1. I move on again. This is complete 2 of them. They are complete 2 ACs here in A1 C1. So that is to prove that this is enlargement, because this side has been increased by 2, that is proportionally by 2. But this is not just like that to say it's by 2, because you're supposed to take note according to the sides, the direction also. This is A, B. Take note the direction. From A to B, you are going to the positive. This is the positive side. But check here, A1 to B1, you are moving to the negative side. So it is going to be a -2. I'm going to explain that later on. Okay, so this is the first thing that you do. You cross-check. Are the sides increased proportionally? Yes, they are. So now I know that it is enlargement. So I'm going to describe now. This is now description. So the first thing, you have seen that the sides, they've been increased proportionally. Therefore, it is an enlargement. It is an enlargement. All right, so that's it. That's the first step. We move on. We said we need the center of enlargement. Center. Okay, so to find the center now, these are the steps. If you saw from your steps, I said you have to join. So you're going to join corresponding points just like that. Okay, so let me show you how you're going to do it. Let's join corresponding points. That's A. You join A going to A1 there. So you join those 2 points. Okay, so it's A to N1. Let's join together, guys. A to A1 like that. A and A1. Okay, so if we join this, I want you to see it is on the same line with the C and C1. So these are on the same line. Okay, I join B and B1. So just extend your lines like that. Okay, so this is B to B1 like that. Okay, like this. All right, so this is what happened. Okay, now as you can see, these lines, they all meet at one point here. Where these lines meet, that is your center of enlargement. So we now have the center. They meet at what? at 0 0. Okay, so this is our center. So center 0 0, that is the center of what? Enlargement. Then we need the scale factor. Scale factor. So scale factor, remember, here I'm going to let me explain from this. Already we have determined, because we saw that it was increased by 2, and but we want to know, is it -2 or it's positive 2, because here I said not of the direction for you to find what the scale factor. So you're going to measure the image from center over object from center. So what do I mean? I mean this. I'm going to do this in two ways. I'm going to use this one, so someone can use this, which is the best way. But if you want to use this one, take note, it's image from center. Okay, image from center over object from center. So this is what you do, the image from the center. So what you do is that, since you want to measure it like this, since you want to have it like this, guys, this is what you have it. You want to have image here over the what? Over the object, because it's image from center, object from center. So as for you, measure this one first, the object one, that is how many units are there of the object. Measure this one. Okay, so you're going to take as your object, as your reference point, to say that like this one, when I'm saying from the center, this is my A here. Okay, from the center, this is my center here. So just measure like this, from A, from O here to the point A, that is object from the center. Measure this one. So you're going to take this one as 1 unit, because this is the one that you have from what? From your reference point. So you're going to take this as what? As 1 unit. Now from the center to A1, let's move. That's 1 here. Okay, then we move on. That's 2. So you're going to have 2 of them. So it is going to be 2 over 1. Which is very confusing, because sometimes you might obtain fractional values. So this is the best way from our formula to do. You are going to use this one. Image length over corresponding object length. What do I mean like this? When I say the image length, I mean like A1, B1 over AB, like this way. This is our image, isn't it? That's our image. So A1, B1, this is the corresponding side, but take note of the direction. It's going to the left. So how many units? So you can even measure the units according to the box. Each box has got 2 units. So here it's going to be -2, -4, because we are going to the left. So A1, B1 over AB. A1, B1, we said it's -4, it's going to the left, over AB. From A to B, take note the direction. I'm going to the right, so it's a positive. A to B, how many units? Is 2 units. It's a box, so it's 2 units. So if I divide, I'm going to obtain -2. Okay, I do this. I can even prove, just as long you are working with the image. So you can use B1 to C1. Okay, B1 to C1, but this must correspond. Take note, this is B, this is C, so the object is going to be BC. Okay, because you have used B1, C1. So B, 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 but this is image object. Okay, so let's take note. From B1 to C1, take note of the direction. We are going downwards, guys. This is downwards, so it's going to be a negative. So it's 2, 4, which is -4 over B to C. From B to C, take note, I'm going up, so it's a positive, this one, because I'm going up. So it's how many units? Which is 2 units. So as you can see, guys, we are obtaining negative, which is true. So that's our scale factor here, which is a -2. So the other thing that you're supposed to take note, are you seeing where the center is located here? The object is on the other side of the center, the image is on the other side, so the scale factor becomes a negative. What am I trying to say? If it was like this, that you have joined your points, okay, you have joined your points like this, then you obtain that your object is here. This was your object, this one, let's say it's A, B, C, okay, and your image was here. This is your image here, and your image was like this. Okay, this is your image, A1, B1, C1, like this. When the center is here, this is your center. Okay, maybe this is your center 0, 0, or your center 2, 1, I don't know. But are you saying that they are all on the same side? The center is here, the object and the image are in the same side. This one is going to give you a positive scale factor. So take note, this one gives you a positive scale factor. But for that one where it's like this, okay, that you find the object on this side, then the image on the other side like that, it is going to be a negative scale factor. Object is on the other side, the image on the other side, negative. The object and the image, they are on the same side, positive scale factor. All right, so that is the case. That is why you see here we obtained what? A negative, because the object was on the other side, the image also on the other side. Okay, so definitely these are like the things that you're supposed to just take into consideration when answering. All right. So you must be very, very careful the way you attempt such typical questions. Anyways, that's what we had, guys. Maybe you can just have a confirmation when we are to answer the other questions. So like I told you guys, that's how you describe. So the other type of a question now, it will be you to draw the image. They will give you an object like that and they'll ask you to draw the image. This is another typical question on what? On enlargement. You are given the object and you are supposed to draw the image. So how do I do that? How do I answer such typical questions? Okay, so this is what you're going to do. We shall quickly draw the first triangle, because the first triangle is to draw ABC, and I'm going to show you how we are going to attempt such typical questions. So let us quickly have our triangle ABC, which is in this case we've got the coordinates at what? The coordinates at A, which is 2, 0 here. That's our A here, which is 2, 0. Okay, that's our point A. Then B, which is 2, 2. That's our B, which is 2, 2 somewhere here. That's our B. Okay, then C, which is 4, 0 here. That's our B, which is 4, 0 here. That's our C, sorry. So we can even join here to just complete our diagram, guys. Where did I put the ruler now? Okay, let's just use this one. So we have got our triangle ABC here, right? So that's our triangle ABC. Now the question is, from this triangle that we have, can we be able to draw the image now, which is A1, B1, C1, which is the image of what? Of triangle ABC, which is this one that we had. But it is under an enlargement that has got a center of 0, 0 and scale factor 2. Are we able to draw the image? Okay, when you are asked to draw the image, it is the best, it is very, very best for you to use matrix method. Okay, why? Because I told you that whenever you are given a matrix, okay, matrix times object always gives you the image. And from our notes we said matrix for enlargement is Cook K00K, where K is the scale factor. And this matrix, you use it direct when the center is what? When the center is 0, 0. That is where you use this matrix direct. So K representing our scale factor. So our scale factor, yes, what is 2. So we have to substitute scale factor 2. That's 2, 0, 0, 2. That's our scale factor times the object. The object now is your A, B, C, this one. So you're going to take the coordinates but write them in matrix form. So this A, remember I told you guys you write it in matrix form. That's our A, which is 2, 0. Okay, that's A, 2, 0 here, B, and our C. So we write them in matrix form. So followed by B, 2, 2, C, 4, 0. Okay, so that's 2, 2, 4, 0 like that. So we have to perform our matrix multiplication, guys. It's you and your matrices now. We know that it's row by what? Row by column. Okay, so you have to start with this row and this column. So it's 2 times 2. That is 4 plus, that's one is a 0, guys. Okay, well, let's just write it 0 here. 2 times 2 here, that is 4 plus 0 times 2, that's a 0 here. 2 times 4, that is 8 plus 0 times 0 here, that's a 0 here. We move on to this row now and the same columns, 0 and 2, that's 0 plus 2 and 0 here, that's 2. 0 and 2, that's 0 here, plus 2 and 2, that's 4. You're multiplying. 0 and 4, that's a 0 here, plus 2 times 0 here, that's a 2. So that's it, guys. You can just add 4, then that's 4, that's 8, that's 2. Okay, did we obtain 2 here? 2 zeros. This is 0, guys. 0 times 2. Okay, this is 0 here. Okay, isn't it, guys? That's a 0 there. Okay, so anyways, that's here 4 and that's here 2. All right, so that's it. if we have done this properly, guys, remember these are numbers, guys. Sometimes you can just make a slight mistake. So in the comment section, guys, let me know. All right, so this is going to be my A1 with a 4 0 like this. Okay, this is going to, just like here it's A B C, so it's your A1 B1 C1, but you take it just like how you inserted A like this, so this is going to be your A1 like this. Okay, so it's the same with your B. This is your B1, so our B1, that's 4 4, our C1, which is 8 2, that's our C1. So just like how you inserted, now you write them as what? As coordinates. So these are the points that you are going to use to draw the image. So as you can see, guys, if you are given matrix, is simply matrix times object. You know your matrix for enlargement, you substitute, and I said it works as if the center is 0 0, and here already the center was 0 0. That is why we simply had to multiply direct in order for us to have these coordinates. So now it's for me to just plot out this diagram. I'm just going to mark the coordinates that I'm having. That is my A1 here at 4 0. Okay, so 4 0 is going to repeat here where they see this is my A1 now. B1 is 4 4, so it's my B1, which is 4 4 here. That's my B1. C1, which is 8 2. That's my C1 here, which is 8 2. 8 2. It's going to make sense, guys. Is it going to make sense? Isn't it weird? That weird? We also had another 0 here. 0 times 4, that's 0. 2 times 0, it's 0. Guys, you see this thing didn't make sense for me. So this is a 0 and another 0. Guys, you see this thing of this 0. That's a 0 there. All right, but I hope someone saw this to say, no. Why is now say keep on writing without even seeing that 0? And someone didn't see it. Yeah, it's here. People are different. Some we see, some we don't see, but we all see. We all see, guys. Okay, so that's it. So even under exam condition, you can even see, if you can have that mentality, you can even say to no man, this is not it. Okay, so as you can see, guys, this was my object, and this image is now bigger than the object. So that's the image is now bigger than the object. So that's it. I hope it's clear. So you have to also perfect, guys, your multiplication skills there, as you saw that those small mistakes, they can cost you. Okay, anyways, on the other item, which is 3 now, is to draw the image. We are still on the image, but this time it's A2 B2 C2, the image of same triangle, which is ABC. So we are still working with the same object, which is our ABC, this one, but now it has got a center at 2 4 and a scale factor of half. So the first thing is that the center this time is not 0 0. Okay, center is not 0 0. That is what we have. So if the center is not 0 0, now what am I going to do? Okay, so these are the stages that you're going to do. Okay, the first thing, you're going to subtract the center from the object. Okay, so the first thing, subtract the center, all right, from the object, that's it. All right, so when I'm saying subtract the center from the object, this is our object ABC, so we're going to have our ABC as it was. So we just take those coordinates as we just did last time, guys. ABC as they were. So you see that your A is going to be 2 0, your B was 2 2, your C was 4 0, like that. So this is your object. So you subtract the center, and our center in this case was now 4 2. Okay, is it 4 2 or 2 4? 2 4. This is our center, 2 4. So remember, our center is now 2 4. It's not 0 0, but it's now 2 4. So you subtract this. So how do I subtract? I just write this as a matrix, like 2 4, like that, just like. But take note, you don't apply like how your matrices do to say, you know, because matrices say you can't subtract this, you know that. Okay, but you are going to take to say, I'm subtracting point A, I'm subtracting point B, I'm subtracting point C. That is how you're going to visualize it. Okay, so this is 2 minus 2, that's a 0 there. So let's hope we don't make mistakes this time. 2 minus 2, again, that's a 0. 4 minus 2, that's a 2. That's minus 4. 2 minus 4, that's minus 2. 0 minus 4, that's minus 4. So this is now the coordinates. So these will be the coordinates now at center 0 0, because I have subtracted the center. So I'm now at what? at 0 0. So if I am at 0 0, it means I am able now to multiply by the matrix, of enlargement. That is the matrix of what? Of enlargement in this case. And what is the matrix of enlargement in this case? Remember, we are given that our scale factor is what? Our scale factor is a half. And I said when you are given a condition where you are given a scale factor for enlargement, the matrix is Cook, K 0 0 K. So your K is a half in this case, which is a scale factor. So this is what you're going to use. All right. So we have got a half there. So now we can multiply by the matrix. Matrix half 0 0 a half times the part now that is now at 0 0, which is 0 minus 4, 0 minus 2, 2 minus 4. So you multiply. So guys, as you saw, it's just multiply. So that is why I just multiply direct, because this one is a 0, is going to affect all these. So just half of 0 is what? That's 0 here. Half of 0 here, that's 0. Half of 2, that is a 1. So this is going to be a 1, because all these, both 0 is going to multiply all these numbers, they are going to be multiplied by 0, so they are not going to exist. Okay, then here 0 is going to multiply all these numbers on top, so we just multiply this by half times 4, that's minus 2, half of minus 2, that's minus 1, half of minus 4, which is minus 2, like that. So that is what you have. So this is actually our image, but at 0 0, as we need the image at this center 2 4. So we have actually determined, because the moment you multiply, you obtain the image. So this will be the image at 0 0, but as we need the actual image at what? At 2 4. So remember, we had to subtract this center. Now we have to add back the center. All right, so the moment you add back this center, you are now having the actual image at what? At 2 4. So this is where we are now. We are going to add our center at these coordinates, which are representing what? Which are representing our image at 0 0. So this is our image at 0 0, but we are going to add the center so that we can have add center 2 4. So you add that center that you subtracted. So the moment I add this center, is going to be 2 here, 2 again, 1 and 2, that's 3. So you add minus 2 plus 4, that's 2, minus 1 plus 4, that's 3, minus 2 plus 4, that's 2. So this is now the image, which is our A2, B2, and C2. That is your image now. So let's just write this as coordinates. Remember, we said like this, that's 2 2, B2, that's 2 3, okay, C2, that's 3 2, like that. So one thing that you're supposed to take note is that the object here, it is going to be small. The image, I mean, is going to be smaller than the object. Smaller than the object. Why? Because of the scale factor. We had a fractional scale factor. A scale factor that we had is a fraction. So I told you, when the scale factor is a fraction like this, it means the image is smaller than the object. So definitely, if we are to draw this triangle, we are going to notice a very, very small triangle here. So let's mark 2 2. So 2 2 is actually at A there, so at B here, 2 2, but this is now our A2. Okay, 2 3. So 2 3, 2 3 is just above. That is 1 2 3 4 5, somewhere here. That's our 2 3, which is B3. I was supposed to write it this side. Okay, anyways, our C2, which is 3 2. 3 2 is in between 2 and, so just imagine, guys, the point that you're supposed to note. It's in between 3 here, 3 2. That's sorry, I'm now disturbing. 1 2 3 4 5, somewhere here. So you have to join these points here like this. So this was supposed to be a triangle. It's very small, as you can see. So this is A2, B2, C2, like this. Okay, so as you can see, the triangle is going to be very, very small because it has got a fractional scale factor. So that is how you draw the image when you are given what? The object and the center. So actually, guys, that's what you can see. So, and also, guys, I will try to work out this part. As you can see, guys, there's a lot of noise and so forth. So I shall come back again, work on shear and the other part of enlargement, or the other part, which is two-way stretch and one-way stretch, on separate video. But for now, let's just work on enlargement, revise as much as we can. Then I'll be back to conclude this particular topic from African motives, guys, till we meet again.